You can't hear me and you can't see me. What's up? All right, that's because I just started, man. Hey, not sure if you can hear me or see me, but I think that you guys can. What's up? We have a very special day. Today is our Hall of Fame day right now, and I just honored our two new Hall of Fame members. It is Ian Salmon and Finley Chastain. All right, so congratulations to Ian Salmon and Finley Chastain. Make sure that you guys watch our video. I put a lot of work and time into that video, and mainly just for like the coolest part. All right, the coolest part is this, and I'll even show you guys here. I mean, because we couldn't be near each other, so I had them win their little award right here. All right, this is 50 All Stars Hall of Fame award, and you get this when you're a Hall of Fame member, and we have a few of them. And did I mail Ian the award? Nope. I will show you how I did it right here, guys. Through the magic of technology is what I did. He's still doing online workouts with me throughout the week over FaceTime. That is how dedicated he is. So, Ian, thank you so much. Here you go.
I got this for entering the Hall of Fame. And I'd like to thank John.
So that's how I did it. I threw it through the screen. How amazing is that? All right, you know what? Okay, yeah, it's a trick. It's a trick. And even like a first grader of ours figured it out. He was like, you threw it at the screen and then edited it. And I was like, whatever. Anyways, we got it to him somehow, some way. Where there's a will, there's always a way. Anyways, so those two have done a great job. Please make sure that you watch their video. If you have their phone number, give them a shout out. All right. And then for yourself, make sure that you as well try to strive to become like those people. They are some of our two of our hardest workers of all time. On our Hall of Fame page, I've updated it to have their names mentioned. And as they decide which college that they're going to go to, they will. I will update the page with their college link. If you can look at it right now and see Lana's link on there. It has Texas Tech background on there too. And if you click their names of any of the players, we actually have a page dedicated for all of their private workouts, not private workouts, but their own special workouts. I design workouts with their help, with their assistants, that workouts that they love, workouts that challenge them specifically, workouts designed for that particular player. And there's an app as well where you can have you can just scroll up to the person and you can click on the person's name and it shows you a workout, not only just any kind of workout, but you can change it and remix it and it'll show you a new workout every single day or either a new workout for that day. And it's all designed based on that player. So for like Dennis Pomazanov, he's a tall, lanky guard. His workouts are designed for him. For Finley, it's a whole bunch of like hard stuff because that's how she likes it. Ian likes he likes the same exact workout every single day. So his is a little bit different and he wants to end it with like a freestyle. So he can just do whatever he wants, including playing one-on-one. So everyone's is different. Definitely check that out. And a really big props for these guys. What do I have in the comment section? But did he buy one? Or did he bring it with him? Dude, I got him the award. We make them for our Hall of Fame members. You don't buy it. You can't buy everything in life, okay, Finn? Jeez Louise. All right, John, it appears I will never get an iPhone. So can you please find an app that will work on Android? Oh, yeah. I forgot about the stupid Androids. What is a workaround for that? Find a friend with an iPhone and then have him download the app and have him just text you the picture. That might be a good way to do it. I am really sorry for the Android people out there. May you rest in peace. All right. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the drills today. I don't want a friend that... Dang. Wow. That is sharp. All right. Shots fired. Anyways, Limitless Hoops. All right. We're going to talk about the workouts today. And let's see. What did I do? Did I? There we go. All right. So I'm going to talk about the workouts today, and I'm going to try to form them each in a way to honor Ian and Finley and tell you maybe a story about each of them since they've been a part of our programs for so long. All right. So if you have the book, open the book. Make sure that you do the workouts as well. All right. You have an iPad? Nice. Oh, you can use that. If you go to our Hall of Fame section, it'll give you an app to download, and you can have a workout based on anyone. Oh, I forgot. not just our Hall of Fame members. I also included 5 NBA players on there. So you can get 5 NBA players. So any of our Hall of Fame members, including Kendrick, he has a workout for himself, including myself. There's a workout for me. There's a workout for Michael Jordan, for John Stockton, for Steph Curry. It's all shooting. Dennis Rodman, and even Akeem Olajuwon. So you can copy off these workouts. The only person I've ever known to do one of the other workouts was Jerry. Jerry said he did the Rodman workout one day, did the Michael Jordan workout. He said, yes, it's hard. It was hard. But he did them. So anyways, all those are there for you guys. Check them out. And again, for the workouts for today, I'm gonna tell you guys stories about Finn and Ian. Let's knock this out real quick. All right. Elementary workout for the day is pick and roll, pass to roll. All right. For this one, just gonna mention the pick and roll things. The pick and roll stuff, it's for a smart player. It's for a really smart player, and that smart player is Finley Chastain. All right. There's 12 different things that you can do for the pick and roll, and she picked them up just like that. All right. And she also tries to do them for the games, and she's able to like read the defense, see what the defense does, to be in her mind and knows what the offense is supposed to do. That's just a leader right there. That's a really, really smart player. All right. So she and I have worked on the pick and roll stuff a lot since she's been in the 4th grade. All right. And now she's in the 6th grade. I think she's kind of memorized them all, but applying them in game situations and also getting your teammates to know them is her next step. Weekend ball pounds. For Finley, she's a left-handed person, so she needs to pound the ball with her right hand. Ian's a right-handed person; he needs to pound it with his left hand. All right, I would say Ian is okay at going with his weekend. All right, but he could definitely use some help in this regard. Finley, on the other hand, she not only really works on her weekend. I would say she one season overworked it. In 4th grade, she chose. I gave her the option. She and Gavin chose to play the entire season with just their weekend. So Gavin played left-handed, she played right-handed. That means every shot, every dribble was with their weekend. And they shot free throws, threes with their weekend. It was a very, very fun thing. It was really, really cool. All right, next one is bluff and recover. Ian is a prolific defender in our program. He's pretty good at defense. And for the bluff and recover drill, it's all about positioning, turning, and then bluffing, and then getting back to your defender, right? And we work on this. And Ian was so good at defense. One tournament in Arizona, he was as a 7th grader, I believe. He's playing with our varsity, and he's not as good as our varsity, but we kept getting scored on. And I was like, can someone please force their guy to the baseline? It shouldn't be hard. Just make them go to the baseline, and no one could do it. Finally, I put Ian in there, and Ian did it the whole time. And then all of a sudden, we start coming back in the game. I think we even wound up winning that game. All right, and it was all because of Ian. And Ian, I'm not trying to gas him up, but Ian played such good defense. We started catching up, right? And we started winning the game, all because Ian was forcing his guy to the baseline. Something that simple. And the other team, I don't know if they were mad at him, but they noticed. They went right at him, hit him in the face. He gets a foul call, but he's bleeding, and his braces went through his lip, and he had to come out the game. Instantly, we start going back down and score. Ian, with all the busted lip, taped it up and stuff like that, came back out there and played and finished up the game to help us win. I mean, that was amazing. All right, just wanted to bring that story up because it's a really, really cool story. Now that Ian's gone, I have to learn how to steal the ball off the tip. Yes, Ian was a very good stealer off the tip as well. Let me see. These things are making my ears itch. Man. Oh, that was giving me a headache. All right, let's try this again. All right, should be good. All right, anyways. Next thing is help side to close out. That's being in the help side, closing out. And for this one, I want to bring up Finley. She's been so good at this since 3rd grade. I mean, I think it's pretty simple. When your man doesn't have the ball, stand in the middle. When your man has the ball, guard him. When they drive, help. I mean, it seems very, very simple, but no players do it right. I mean, and the players that do it right in the practices, they don't do it right in the games. Finley, from a very, very early age, could do this. and she's always in the right spot and sprinting to the right spot. She went off to a camp in 4th grade in Kansas, and her dad told me this because they went on a vacation to Kansas to go visit her grandparents, and she was so mad. She's like, I can't do basketball. So they found her a basketball camp. Think about that. If you guys went on vacation, could you push your parents enough to find you a basketball camp? That's what they did. So she found a basketball camp, and it was a college basketball camp for like little kids to go to, of course, right? So she goes to it, and they quickly move her out of her own age. They move her up at the middle school. Then they move her to the high school. They're like, yeah, you're pretty good. But then she's there with the high school, and the college coach is watching her, and she says, like, whose daughter is this? And then he came over, and she goes, who taught her all this stuff? She's staying in the right spot all the time. And she noticed her defensive like positioning. And she's like, oh, we're a part of this program called 50 All-Stars in California. They teach things early. And she was like, I get top players in there in the country, and they come into our program as a freshman in college, and we have to teach them all this stuff for the first month. Your daughter already knows it. And that was a cool statement for our program, but also for our family, and mostly for the notion, for the theory that you should teach kids stuff early. I mean, because it's amazing, and not every kid can learn it. But I know a lot of you guys understand it. You just don't apply it. But understand how important that stuff is. And if you can know where to stand, you basically will be like me in college, where I figured out in college. Since everyone knows everything, right? Everyone's so smart. If you know what to do and you know where to force your man to drive, basically you don't have to play defense. Like there was never a time on defense where I was tired of sliding because I didn't have to slide. You just stand in the right spot, and then you sprint to that spot, and you stand in the right spot. And then since everyone's in the right spot, when your man drives by you toward a particular way, everyone's helping. And they quickly name me like, oh, you're the best defender on our team. Go guard that guy. Go guard this future pro and stuff like that. And maybe I couldn't guard them one-on-one, but as a team, I could guard everybody. All right, because it's all about where you're standing and where you force them. So that's what Finley noticed really, really early on, and that's what this drill is. Help side to close out. Next one is quick shots. I can't think of a story to tell about either one of them for that one. So let's skip that one. Fast break post seal. I like fast break post seals. When you sprint down the court, the defender is either on the inside of you or the outside of you. And if they're on the inside of you, like toward the basket, you want to sprint down and seal them early so that they're behind you. Keep them behind you. But if they're on the opposite side of you, like the half court side of you, you want to sprint to the elbow, stop early, and keep them behind you. Either way. And they can either pass it into a deep catch hook shot, or they can pass it for a bounce pass layup. All right. So whichever side that they run on, they're wrong. All right. And for us being small, we've oftentimes had to play against huge players. And this is another one for Ian. All right. He's had to guard bigger guys. And being scrappy like he is has helped him. And if you stand still and you're there and they run into you, it's a foul on them. It's a foul. You may not like it. You might get hurt, but it's a foul on them. And then a smart player won't do it. They'll avoid you. And so you can use the fact that you're a human being in your favor. All right. But mostly when small kids get out there, they avoid that kind of stuff. And they're like, no. And they let the other person pick on them. All right. You have to understand that they're not allowed to displace you. All right. And Ian is pretty good at understanding that. And the best big man story for Ian is, I won't say his name, but his name's Kai. Kai Wesselman. Okay, I'm calling him out. All right. He was the biggest guy at camp, second biggest behind Tyrone, who was the biggest Samoan guy. They're both a grade higher, and no one wanted to play against Tyrone because there was a rebounding thing where you had to hit. And I was like, yo, can you do this? And he was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to play against him. Kai didn't want to play against him. So I was like, oh my God, who can do it? So we got this other guy to do it. But now Kai didn't have a partner. So he's so big. He's like 6 feet tall. And I was like, hey, Ian, will you go against Kai? He's like, yes. So he goes up against him. He's like a foot shorter. And they go at each other. And then he goes at Kai's neck. And Kai goes, ah. And then Ian boxes him out, gets the rebound. They do it 5 straight times. Ian gets the ball every single time. And I was like, Ian, don't lie. What would happen if Kai went right at you? And he goes, he would knock me down and get every single rebound. He's too big for me. But Kai was afraid of hitting in the general. He was afraid to get hit. And Ian knew that. Ian attacked and he went for it. So Ian has big, huge balls. All right. And doing that is bigger than most people who are willing to even try. All right. Anyways, quote of the day: stay positive, stay good. And for this one, I'll talk about Finley again. Yeah, if you make our Hall of Fame, you get talked about the whole day. Okay. It's like a birthday, but I don't care about birthdays. So here you go. All right. Stay positive. A defining characteristic of Finley is that she's a robot. All right. I can't say the same for Ian. All right. But she's a freaking robot. She comes in like this. Like, you guys have seen her change. When she first came in, third grade-ish, she's a robot. She said, "Thank you, coach. Bye. Hi." That was it. It was crazy. And then I was like, "Yo, you gotta say hi to someone. I mean, you gotta like smile. You gotta do something, man. This is crazy. You gotta be like nice." And then so every day after that, she was like, "Hi, coach. How are you doing today?" And I was like, "Oh my God, you changed like that." And she does it every single day since. And that even makes her even more aware that she could just change that fast. However, through all this, one game during our semifinal game before our championship game, she has our first bad game playing against fourth grade, I think third or fourth graders, and she has a bad game and she was missing shots. She wound up scoring about 18 points. We won the game, so it wasn't a bad game, but she was missing shots for the first time, like layups. And she went like this and then put her head back up and then kept running down the court. But she went like this for like half a second, and I noticed it. And I called her over and I was like, "Don't you ever do that." Because since she's always like this and always so positive, always so go, this for a second for her was like crying tears. It was like going crazy, insane. She might as well have been going, "Nah." I mean, because she shows her emotions differently. Her going like this for 1 second for someone else is insane. And I told her to stop. Now, since then, I think in all the games she's ever played with us, all the games, she's probably broken down a little bit more than that. I would say maybe 4 times. Other than that, for her other 500 games or so, she has been the most positive kid. You can't see it because she doesn't smile and things like that, but she's positive. She always thinks that there's a way. There's always something that I can get from this game. All right. There's always something that I could do. All right. So congrats to her for that. All right. Next one's from middle school. We got I'll go a little bit faster. Got the half court game. Make 20 scissor J's in 3 minutes. Ball pickup layups, juke straps, hurdles, and jingle bells. Let's talk about juke straps. And speaking about jukes, gotta talk about Ian on this one. All right. Ian came up with Ian was going against somebody who embarrassed him. And I forgot who it was, but the very next day we played him against Sean Smith. And he's a professional basketball player now. He just graduated college, and Ian did juke straps against him one day as an 8th grader. All right. It was not the greatest moment in Ian's life, but it showed what kind of grit he had. And he couldn't really keep up to him, but he was trying. He wanted to try it again and again and again. And for juke straps, putting on that juke strap, although they're not touching you and not pushing you, they can make you fall. All right, especially if they're extremely fast and trying to keep up to people like that, it's a hard thing. So this brings me to my favorite Ian story when he played against one of the top guys in the country. I wish we got this kid's name, but as an 8th grader, Ian was a 6th grader. This guy was an 8th grader, and we played against a team from Cleveland, okay? And Ian had to dribble the ball up the court against a really, really, really good guard, all right? Black kid, about 6 feet tall, maybe, I don't know. And he's guarding Ian, a little kid. And this team was already beating us by like 40 points. But they aren't like most teams. They didn't back down. They were up by 40 points. Most teams, I'm saying, would back off. This team kept going, and it was a positive experience because I was like, this is great. I like this, right? And what they did was they pressed the crap out of Ian. The guy stole the ball from Ian. Let me not exaggerate. At least 8 or 9 straight times he stole the ball from Ian. Stole it, layup, stole it, layup, stole it, layup, stole it. I was like, Ian, keep going. Ian kept going. And he's like, trying, stole it, layup. And then I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Ian, come out the game. Come on, man. Come on. He's like, okay. And he ran over to the bench. We were in Florida, I believe. He runs over to the bench, comes by me, and he has a seat. And then as soon as it says down, the player that was guarding him followed him to the bench. He was that focused and didn't know Ian was subbing out. And as Ian was next to me, he's still guarding Ian off the court. Then as Ian sits down, the guy goes, oh, what? Oh, my bad. And he like runs back on the court. And after the game, that guy gave Ian the biggest high five, all this stuff. He's like, great job. He goes, we did the same thing growing up. He goes, y'all playing up. We always used to play up. This is great. That's how you guys are going to be great. All this stuff. Their team loved us. They invited us out to Cleveland for tournaments, everything, right? After that game, I said, Ian, that guy's 2 years older than you, and you couldn't move an inch. You kept going. It was good, but you couldn't move an inch. Would you want to be a defender that good? Would you want to be like that kind of defender? Because let's take a fourth grader, and I pointed out to Troy. I was like, if you're guarding Troy, could you do that? Could you do that to him? Just not make him move. And he's like, probably not. All right. So Ian's better than Troy, but that guy was way better than Ian. All right. And that's the goal. And Ian saw that goal. Ian saw that as a big moment in his life. So that's juke straps. All right. Being able to juke a player like that, and you got to work on it. You got to keep going. You got to work. You got to work to get quicker. And it's a long road, but it's worth it. It's worth it. All right. So you can one day be like that defender, but one day also beat that defender as well. All right. But you can't get it unless you play against those guys. All right. Next one is hurdles, jingle bells, ball pickup layups. Let's go with ball pickup layups. I'll talk about Finley for this one. And this is one of those things where you have to do it exactly the right time. So you sprint in with the left foot, step by the ball. With the right hand, catch the ball underhand. But you do it at the same time. So it's boom, boom. You step with the left foot, scoop with the right hand. See you later, Leandre. Step with the left foot, scoop with the right hand. Same time. Then you keep your left hand up. You pound the ball from the ground, pound it to your right hand. But you do that at the same time as your right hand step. Sorry, your right foot step. All right. And then you take one more step and then score your layup. Things like that, where you have to worry about your legs, your arms, the ball, your eyes, and all these other things. That's what Finley dominates at. All right. She can take many, many things and put them into one. All right. Most guys are like, I was only looking at the ball, coach. I noticed that you did that. I didn't see what you're doing with your feet. Oh, you also moved your eyes up? Oh, man, I got to do that. That's too much. She could see it all and put it all together at the same time and think about herself and say, for that shot, oh, I don't think that my foot was right. So she has very good body awareness, spatial awareness, just overall awareness. And I think we can all learn a lesson from that, and that it's not about just looking at a move and saying, oh, he made a tricky shot. Think about what he did to get there. Think about how he jumped. Think about what leg he jumped off of. Think about how he spun the ball, and then replicate all of that within your own game. Like, was my left hand correct? Was my finger correct? Like, whatever. All right. Start thinking about every single aspect. And if your mind isn't like hers, where it's capable to do all that, practice and make your mind capable. Anyways, next one. High school is +7, -7. I got to go. See you later, Finn. +7, -7, blindfold dribbling, rhythm drill, scissor ladders to shots, flare repeat to shots, and interior cuts and passes. For this one, let's talk about flare repeat to shots. Now, this is another footwork one. Both Finley and Ian decent at this. All right, you can either go from the baseline, underneath the basket, curl, fake the curl, and then sprint to the corner. This is how you're going to get open. Or from the top, fake the drive, sprint out, and then loop around for a shot to the wing. Finley is definitely better than Ian at this, but they're both pretty decent at remembering their footwork on this stuff. And getting open is an enormous thing in basketball, especially when both these people play up so many years that they have to be open to shoot. All right. And when Finley plays against like top players, she's not really creating her own shot, although she sometimes does. She's allowing the defender to get tired, the defender to get lost, the offensive player on her team to create, and she's spotting up, getting open spots. That's just being a smart player. All right, you can use everyone's weaknesses against them. So in the end, you're not using as much energy. All right, if you're just stepping correctly to get open, you're efficient getting open, as opposed to being like, let's say, Allen Iverson or Kobe Bryant using a million different dribbles to get open. That's too much energy. You can save your energy by cutting at the right time. And one of these cuts is our flare to shots. And for this drill, we just repeat the flare, repeat the flare, repeat the flare until we're good at it. And if we do it right enough and it's our turn, the coach will pass to us whenever he feels like it, basically. All right, so those are those drills. Let's go with our motivational story of the day to finish off. All right, even some top athletes happen to hate every minute of training, but they continually say to themselves, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. All right, and there's two approaches to this. Ian on this one is regular, which is amazing. It's actually amazing because he's shown up the most. I got to tell you guys, the guy who's shown up for 1,300 practices does not like to practice. That's a secret, I guess. He does not like it. I would say he hates it. He hates it. He hates working out. Yet he still calls me on his own. His parents don't force him to. And we do workouts via FaceTime. And he's worked out so much. Maybe he likes to lift his number up, maybe. But I think he just wants to become better because he loves to be good in games. All right. So I think that's amazing. To do something that you hate to get something that you love. That's unbelievable. But now the other one is freaking Finley. I would say she legit loves to work out. And when you have a passion for that, there's no keeping up to you. All right, when her dad goes, hey, it's time to work out, he might as well be screaming, hey, Finley, time to eat some ice cream. Finley, you want some candy? By the way, I don't think she likes candy or ice cream. She's a robot. But she loves to work out, loves to shoot. I would say, if anything, she doesn't love to do, lift weights, but she's only sixth grader. So that might be her one Achilles heel. She runs. I don't think she loves to run, but she will do it. Yes, so running and lifting weights. And those were my two weak suits as well. So that's the big things that she'll have to overcome, but she doesn't like despise those two things. She just doesn't love them. She also doesn't love to talk. And for her, the leadership role is going to be diminished because of that. She figures it out, but she doesn't love to talk. But one thing she did when she was younger, as a fourth grader, I believe, she coached our first, second grade team. She coached them, and she practiced her speaking skills. She knows that she's not good at it. If you watch her in the Hall of Fame video, I had to cut all around it because she did not want to say anything. She was like, thank you. Is that enough? And I was like, no, you got to say a few more words. No, you got to say a few more words. So I think for her, that will be her biggest weakness in her life. And that's probably why Kawhi Leonard lost this year. He's a quiet guy. He's not a leader. And Finley does not want to be that. So, but in terms of working out every single day, she loves it. And that's awesome. She's right there. But for Ian to not love to work out, I'll tell you right now, part of his workout challenge, if you get the app and you get all the workouts and you use Ian's workout, a lot of the stuff is just entertaining him. When we work out, it's just making him happy enough to continue. It's not like if you get Finley's workout thing, she got like 150 things listed, and she's busting her balls throughout her workout, and she don't got balls. But it's like a hard workout if you did that one. For Ian's, it's not that hard. And we did that because we don't want to break him, man. Like, he doesn't like to work out, but he's willing to. And that's a very, very special and, amazing thing. All right, because, again, if you had a hot dog eating contest, the guy who's fat and loves hot dogs, yeah, that's cool. But how about the guy who doesn't even like hot dogs? How's he going to win? All right, that's Ian. And I really commend him for that because he's put together more workouts than any of you guys. And he doesn't even like it. So if he can do it, you guys can do it. If Finley can do it, you guys can do it. Keep going. And again, congratulations to these two. They really, really deserve it. And I'm proud of both of them. And I'm proud of all you guys. All right. Make sure you guys check out the Hall of Fame video on our YouTube page and also our Hall of Fame page on our website. Click on the anyone's name. And you can go to our Hall of Fame workout section, so you can download the app and try out the workouts yourself. Let me know if you tried any of these workouts by posting them online, maybe, or just letting me know in person. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. If you guys are at Tice, I'll see you at Tice, or I'll see you online. All right, you guys. Peace out.